Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Good morning, Safe. Good morning, Al Makboul. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, everybody. Let's get this party started right now, and let's take a look at some of the indices that we follow. We're waiting on Tesla, by the way, to open up, obviously at 8:30, and the overall pressure is downward. Considering the sell-off in the futures market overnight. But definitely, this market's gonna sell off against that channel, and then we'll look at lower prices for opportunities. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil sold off as well, and we set up an actual entry point. Yeah, entry point on the short side. And we're looking at target number one. Target number two is hit at 86.95. Target number three is 85.56. Rallies back up into the middle of the range at 89.14. Is shortable. Good morning, Samuel. So that's kind of the look here. The market hit that 91 level three times and faded every single time against it. So naturally, we're going to be looking at those higher levels, the range between 90.50 to 91.50 as a resistance to any push higher. Russell 2000 is going to be mimicking just about everything and anything that you see in the index market. Market sold off the, let's see here. Target number three is hit. Target number four out of this sequence is 1888.7. You would think, and you would expect a bit of buy pressure coming in at at the beginning of the trading session here, but we'll find out. It's weaker. This Russell 2000 is weaker than NQ for sure. And Globex is 1955.6. So rallies back up are shortable into the harmony wave. Good morning, Mark. And let's go to gold. Gold sold off too. And you could see that the harmony wave started in around 1805. Then gave us a railroad short and multiple switch trades along the way, and we hit from 1805 all the way to 1742.9, hitting target number 5. Rallies are shortable, but the market is extended, and we may end up kind of consolidating between 4 and 5 for some time before the market makes a decision on what it wants to do going there. So typically, anything between 4 and 5, it's an area where the market can stabilize and consolidate. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Gold market, ES. I mean, everything is getting hammered overnight. We broke target number 3 into target number 4 is 41.57 and a quarter. Weak market, rallies are shortable. We may get a bit of a two-sided market considering the extension that we had into this market. But I'd rather be short than long. 42.21 is Globex, which is happens to be target number 3 as well, and we need to protect that level for the shorts to continue to be relevant this morning. Daily. On a daily perspective, we broke channel number 1, coming into the middle of the range, which is that's NASDAQ 12,844. Can set up the market for a bit of a bounce and the establishment of channel number 2 in the sequence. So the market is backing and filling that rotation that we had in a manner similar to what you've seen here. And you've seen how the market ran up, broke. Actually, this move is a lot more significant than this one, and the market reversed. So we're getting a bit of that behavior. Ultimately, the market got to protect 354 and 59.41, 12,059. Those are the critical levels for the health of the trend. They needs to be protected. But the good part about what we're seeing right now is the market is going to be a two-sided market where the longs and the shorts will act in an extreme way, and that is good for intraday trading and even swing trading for a multi-day price movement. Okay, so an area where we should expect a bit of a pause is 12,948, which is target number one in the sequence. On a daily basis, here we go. We saw crude oil reverse, and we saw that that reversal is consistent with two behaviors. One, that uh, we hit the the harmony wave and reversed. That's negative behavior. That's a short behavior. And we are consistent with channel number one of this sequence, meaning the market is behaving short and also consistent with the channel, and that's a positive. I mean, that's good for anybody that wants to get short. Target number two, 78.39. That's an aggressive target. Then you get a bigger target, 64.97, if we can dream that far. But as long as this market continue to churn in a stair step down behavior, then we could see those prices come through. Daily gold, yeah, well, they established channel number that would be channel number two of the sequence, and they flushed it, and that's we want to see how they behave here. The odds are they're going to start I mean, they're doing it already, trying to defend this type of structure. We talked about being between target number 4 and 5, and that's going to be an area where fading can present some opportunities between the 40 and the 50 level. But that's all consistent with the short environment. However, it's extended. Same things going on with the Russell 2000. Okay, so the same kind of look that you're seeing from NASDAQ as well. Short, you're coming to the harmony wave. Typically, this is an area that the market will pause, and also target number one, which is 1897.1 on a daily basis. That's an area where the market can pause, but definitely the market is doing something similar to what we saw here in March, April, where it established a harmony wave to the long side and got overran pretty quickly. The big levels here is the 1896.1 and also the 1814. Those two levels need to hold for the longs, and I assume, not assume, but I see that the market will get to these levels, and you're going to get a bid. I mean, I don't feel like the market's going to just roll over and not give us an opportunity for the longs to defend some of these levels. Now we go to some of those stocks that we watch. Tesla, a massive short channel that started with a captain switch trade short at 916, followed by a captain setup short at 912, followed by a captain setup that failed here, giving us another short signal at 911. So three signals in a row telling us short, 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 and the market followed through with a massive channel to the downside, getting all the way to 878. That channel broke toward the end of the day in a minor way, and the gap down that we're going to experience once the market open is going to get us to break that channel and start another round of sell pressure in Tesla. Okay, so let me see here. We gotta start looking at a potential captain setup. Let me see here. Amazon. That's not working out here. Let's go. Okay, Netflix, the same thing. We're going to be looking for a gap down in that one. 6E, that market. Look at that. I started an inception trade at that spot, and we sold off in a massive way. Okay, Best Buy. Okay, so Let's take a look. So that's that. And let's take a look. If we break and close on NQ above 89, that will set up the stage for a captain setup long at the open on the 100 NT Renko. And that would be a significant behavior. It's actually 90. So right here, if we break that 90, that would be a captain setup long. And let's see if I can just put some orders out there. And give me a second here, because we want to make sure that our order entry is working just fine here. All right, so my orders are going out. All right, we got 1 minute to the cash market open. Stay positive, stay focused, stay disciplined. One of the things I say to myself every day is that every day, in every way, I am better and better and better at becoming a trader, a successful trader. So let's just play the game, and good luck, everybody. 90 is an important level, and this is watch out for the following: a lot of consolidation patterns, because a market that has gapped down and also extended itself tends to consolidate at the open. So patience and waiting for confirmation is going to be a critical aspect of what I'm going to be doing today. And also the fact that the first half an hour of the day is typically important to find out what's going on, who's dominant, who's not, who's getting trapped, all that good stuff. So even if they put a captain setup long here at 90, I'm gonna wait and be patient and see how these retracements are gonna hold up. Here we go. They're about to do it. They're about to, but they didn't. They faded it fairly quickly. Yeah. So I'm gonna pause for a second here. All right. Yeah, so look what they did here. When they put that captain setup and flushed that whole rotation. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about being patient and waiting and spending some time with this market just to feel out what the behaviors are, the dominant behaviors. And right now, they're just simply selling the stuff right now. And here comes Tesla. Entry point. Yeah, wow. It's a big, yeah, big rotations because of the gaps. We have 875.64. The open and the market just gave us a uh, captain setup switch trade short right here, and then made a rotation into potentially target number two, which is 859.96. So you're getting a bit of a selling pressure going on here in Tesla, to be expected, right? So, what would be an area where we could see and start talking about even potentially fading this market to the upside? You got to break that 90. See that 90 up here? 13,090. They need to come all the way back up there, break it, and consolidate in and around. Why is that an important area and level? Because you have the captain set up long that they put on here and failed. And typically, we've seen this before where they fail it just to stabilize it and run it back up there. And they basically flushed the last shorts out before they reversed it. So that would be something the market needs to prove to me before I start to act in on the long side to fade. And those fades still going to be ones where I'm going to be more of a scalper than a position trader in this market. Okay, I'd rather be short than long, and I will outweigh my positions on the short sides, and the longs are scalps on uh, solid setups that we are going to be waiting on. Right now, I don't have any positions, did not trade overnight or on Sunday. So we're starting the week flat. So is it reasonable for me to say, oh, it's the market went down from 13,500 all the way down to 300 or very close to it? That's a $500, 500 point move. Is it reasonable for me to say, hey, listen, oh, it's too extended. Let me start to get short, long, right? From logic standpoint, maybe, but from an emotional market standpoint, not yet. Because what does the market need to do in order for me to start saying, okay, I want to go long? Well, you got to break that 101. You got to break that 90 and 101, meaning that the market will have a complete 100 NT ring, a 200 NT Rinko reversal. I would have to wait for that because they can bleed it even further than what we're seeing here. But typically, let's count the number of candles. Typically, you don't see anything above, 24. That's an 18 candle move from the top end to the bottom end of what we're seeing here. And be honest with you, that's a lot. So we know what we're looking for on the long side, a break above 90, and ultimately a break above 101. That will make pullbacks a buying opportunity on good signals. I mean, just because it gets up there, that doesn't mean I just, jump in anywhere. I need to see a 20 NT wrinkle behavior, then I need to see a signal that I can measure risk against. Um, Patience is a trade, and that's the trade we're taking right now. Okay. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Omer. Yeah, they're trying here. You could tell that they're trying. See that switch trade that they just put on right here? Yeah, that's let me just see if my orders are coming right. Okay, here we go. Uh, Radic, good morning. Good morning, Oscar. All right, so that's my blotter for the day. It's empty. So we're all I'm starting from that no trade spot. Just remember that 90 is important and the 101 is important. And the market is bouncing back in a V-shaped V-shaped behavior at the bottom of that rotation. They're trying to protect psychological number, which is the 13,000. So that's their attempt at doing that. at these levels, in this type of behavior this early in the morning, uh, this is really a trigger to a lot of people who want to fade and go long. So you just have to be very careful of that type of mindset. I mean, like literally, we're better off waiting for the market to reverse to 101, run up to 150, or close, then gets sold off and making a higher low. That's a better behavior than trying to get just fade into a market that's just selling off in a massive way, like the way it's doing right now or been doing. Yeah, so don't be like, don't worry about missing the bottom. You don't need to catch the bottom. Okay, Alpha Horn, got you. So they got close and they faded it again. So here you go. Good morning, Brad. How are you? Flush, baby, flush. So the market is in sync on the short side, 24. Yeah. They put on a switch trade right here and then flush that rotation. We'll see how the quality of the rallies are. Um, so far, their rallies are getting ran over and they're making lower highs in any attempt to reverse. So that is telling me that there's more weakness in this market. Good morning, Gary. Good morning. Yeah, they put on a captain set up long at the 20 on both the 25 and the 30. And you're seeing a bit of a reaction to it. So we're starting to see uh, a bit of a pause in this market. So that's what I'm talking about right now. This, see that captain set up long? They put on the 20. I mean, at 20 on the 30 in Tirinko. So they're behaving. That's a stability price action that they're pausing the market, and now there's going to be another attempt potentially at that 70, or we want to see the quality of the pullback, and if there's any buyers stepping in. Yeah, the 101 still hold its importance. If we break the 53, which we got very close, that will disconnect the 200 from the 100. Good morning, Jeffy. Hmm. Yeah, push it a little bit lower here. That's fine. 85, 86, 87. Yeah, I'm patient and nothing, no need to be rushing in either on the short side or the long side. I mean, the short side had their day from the retest of channel number one at that 521, and now you're just basically capitalizing on that move. We're back retesting the 13,000, and you see how they got to it, got close to it, and bounced back. You see this level right here? Yeah, here you go. They're selling it some more. Right here. They rallied back up, so they're coming to that level. So they seem to do the following. They seem to run the lows and fade the lows to trap more shorts uh, or trap more longs, excuse me. Then flush it once again. So when the market stops doing that behavior and makes a higher low, then break the end part of or the high part of that rotation, then you know the market is stopping to sell or stops the selling process. And now they're trying to fade the shorts into a higher channel. But we're not there yet. But that's something I would look for. Like, I understand that the market overall is short right here. It's just hard for me to like establish unless it's just like a micro scalp where I could just go in for a few points, 5 to 10 points. It's hard for me to kind of try to go short against the whole number, and after the market has extended itself 500 points. So it's just not something it's going to come easy to me to do. And it's too early to go long. So here you go. We wait. Good morning, Adam. A break below the whole number can get us to 12,000. 750. Okay, excuse me, 12,975. That's what I'm trying to say. 12,975. We passed that first half an hour of the day. Let's see what we're going to do here. No important news today. PMI is tomorrow at 8:45. And Richmond manufacturing and new home sales at 9. And then Wednesday, we're going to have core durable goods, pending home sales, and crude oil. Thursday is GDP, unemployment claims. That's going to be an important one. Then on Friday, Mr. Powell is going to be speaking, 9 o'clock. And you got core PCI as well earlier. So, I mean, not a heavy economic calendar, but it's significant. Yeah, I saw that one too. I saw that one. Euro USD. Look how beautiful that one was, or is. Started that sequence with an entry point at 102 and got us target 1 through 3, and this harmony wave just continued, giving us trigger trades one after the other into target number 4. Target number 5 in this sequence is 99. Target number 6 is 98.73. If you want to look at it that perspective, yeah. So that's been watching that as well. It's interesting what they're doing right here. If they fail this captain setup, that may stabilize the price momentarily. Hmm. Okay. See that captain setup, that consolidation. ES is doing similar behavior to what we're seeing in NQ. They're stair stepping, and you're getting another wave of shorts. They put a captain setup short here, 6 prong captain setup short, and they're pushing the price toward that whole number. Come on, baby. I mean, you should expect breakdowns and rallies, and as long as they keep protecting the lower highs, then that game will continue till they hit the wall, and we're not too far away from it. To be honest with you, see that behavior right there. See how they flush it, then reverse. So a break above 31, then a break above 50 would be the stability that the longs are going to be looking for. Like somebody got trapped right there, right? Between the '06 to the 300. And the top of trader that got trapped here is he's shorting the low, expecting a continuation and a flush. And now he's wondering what the hell just happened here. So let's see if this top of a trader is going to get rewarded by holding on, or is he going to really get pressed above 50? Okay, so they're breaking that 13,000. Okay, it's an emotional level. 3 times in a row that they did this. Now you're getting a break. Target number 2 in this sequence is uh 989. Then target number 3 is that the 75.72 level. These are the levels we're looking for. And you're getting a continuation of channel number 2. And let's draw that channel. So any break above that 23 can jeopardize the health of that system, and then the 40-50, then the 101. So that's what the shorts need to be kind of conscious of. Attempt to roll them over at these levels. Target number 2 is about to get hit. 989. I mean, that is as persistent as you will ever find it. We're about to go into the 20th candle. Oh, damn. Yeah, I mean, I cannot necessarily go long, but I just simply cannot go short here either. I mean, unless I'm scalping and it's just a micro trade again. It's just one of those things that maybe it's psychological, psychological. But let's just keep playing the game. Let's just keep watching them. Let's keep reading the price action as it presents itself. And the market is very good at giving us clues to what we should do. And right now, to me at least, um, the shorts are dominant and it's clear. And rallies are shortable. That's clear. I know the levels in which that behavior will start shifting. That's clear. So I have to make a choice. Either I will participate in these waves to go short, or stay on the sideline, uh, considering the extension in price action. And that's what I'm doing right now. If I get capped and set up long on the 30s and the 25s and or the 50s, yeah, that would be a structure that I can fade this market and go long based on it. And I'll give you an example. This captain set up long right here. They put on at 20 and ran up to 40, almost 45. That's 25-point potential. They give me a structure like that. Yeah, I'll play the long game for that type of behavior, but I'm not just going to go anywhere, or I'm not going to average in a range trying to find a bottom, but I will take a scalp that looks like that. Yeah, Brad. I mean, that's what I was saying. It's just 20. I think we're at the 20th candle in on the 200 into Yorinko as well. So there's an anxiety building in the hearts of the longs here, because we're coming at levels that are, you would think, oh, okay, we should hold here. Like, we should hold here. What would be the surprise? Like, seriously, like if you look at this and you say, what would surprise me? Radic, thank you very much, my friend. A guru, that's a tall order, my friend. I'm just a dude trying to make a sense of what I'm seeing here. That's all. But I appreciate your kind words. So it's a grind. Yeah, Adam, it's grinding and grinding lower. I mean, the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. So just based on the system, you should be looking for shorts on rallies against that 20, actually all the way to 26. As long as you continue to hold on to 26, these rallies, minor rallies, are shortable. The next target in this sequence is 972. All right. So Tesla, I mean, the continuation of selling pressure into that 60. They're bouncing it a little bit here, but they put on a captain setup, switch trade short at 627, excuse me, 862.77, and ran it to the 60, retested it, and now they're basing right here. They did the same exact thing uh, right here. So see that behavior? You see that behavior anywhere, and I mean it anywhere. Jump on it. That is a very, very high probability event and solid. Let me show you some other spots where in Tesla they just demonstrated that behavior. Here you go. You got a captain setup, switch trade short, ran it down from 909 to the 6. They did the same exact thing on the long side, and that started a rotation from 908 with a stop at oh 06 all the way up to that 18. So you see a lot of that behavior happening in Tesla. Hmm. So interesting. Okay, so we're at the 20th candle. right now. Actually, we finished 20. Now it's the 21st candle of this rotation. They're gonna keep squeezing people to they can't squeeze them anymore. I mean, where is a bigger target than this, right? Uh, you're looking at we hit target number 3. There's no signs of any serious longs in the system. Target number 4, which is an outlier event, but it's 576.75. Then target number 5 is 244. Then you go into target number 6 if you can dream that far, 11,747. But I doubt that we can get there without a reversal of some kind in this market. Here we go. We got to that 75 range. The last week's low is 12,960. Thank you. You would think that we'll retest 13,000 from here, retest it. Let's see how well they try to do that here. Then 315. I mean, ultimately, you have to get to the 350. I think we may have. We need to see more, but 315. You start breaking 315, things gonna start looking different. This type of behavior is early signs that the market at least putting some brakes on. We're gonna retest that 13,000. Mhm. Yeah, we should be heading toward that 13,000 right here. They're gonna retest it. Let's see how well they retest it though. All right, so they got it to 92 and are flushing it. I get it. Sadie, yes, 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 yes. Let's see here. I'm just basically sitting here reading this market. I mean, they keep coming to the top end of the cloud and getting faded. This is a bearish behavior. They got to that 90, established a caps and set up short and flushed. Now you start breaking anywhere above that 92, they'll set the stage up for the retest of 13,000 into the 1315. Kind of, this is how the market is building itself right now. Um, Good morning, Goran. Yeah, this closed this candle here. Just gonna go ahead and take a shot at it, and it's gonna be in, and I'll add to it a little bit lower if I need to. Uh, Retesting 13,000. Okay, I took my target on those two. I think. Oh well, here you go. You're gonna get a bigger target going on here, but for a first trade, I'm okay with this. We should get to 10 here in a second. So that decision on two contracts made us 366 and looking for the next trade. So, I mean, they kind of broke that channel and came back down to retest it, which is to be expected around the whole number, 13,000. So we expected the market to retest. They give us a new wave right here, or a harmony wave, and also a switch trade. I know the environment is not, it's not great for longs. It's just simply we saw a pocket, and I took advantage of it for whatever it's worth, and kind of moving on to the next deal here. So that's just 366 on two contracts, and moving on to the next trade. All right, that's fine. Let them just kind of play around with this for a little bit. So they're bringing it back into the channel. So what we have right now is a disconnect between the 200 NT Rinko and the 100. So a couple of things got to happen. Either the market has to come down to that 65, then the market will be short again, and or we continue to kind of go up into the 25 and fail. That triggers another round of shorts. And if you break 13,050, then the market is going to be in sync on the upside, and pullbacks can be buyable on on signals, but it's going to be more of a scalping trade than anything else. Be honest with you, tricky market. I like to put on a couple more trades if it's all possible. Yeah, I agree with you, Brian, on that one. I mean, they keep just. What is this? Yeah, Hadid. Is that Hadid? Yeah, here we go. Hey, good morning, Hadid. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Okay. Why, they're going to keep selling this thing to zero? I mean, what's going on here? Because sure the heck they're giving it that impression. Well, yeah, Adam, you made a little bit of money on the short side here. Thank you. Break of the pivot. Yeah, I get it. How about that, huh? How about that? So that's 21, and we're in the 22nd candle of this rotation. We have people saying weekly pivot is 12,900. All right, so they're doing similar behavior. So see how they broke that low, then rallied, broke that low, rallied, broke it. Now they broke that low and they're rallying, but they keep making lower highs. So that's just the only issue here. But let's see how far they have to take it. I mean, ultimately the 13,000 is going to be a critical level, and we're in the middle of the range at 950. So we're going to be in the 75 to 85 here in shortly. ES, you got to break 162. You got to break 162 in order for this structure to start to to stabilize. 162 has to happen. Here you go again at this 70. We talked about this 75.80 coming up. Let's see if we get there. All right, let's see how that 80 comes about. Let's see if they're going to get there to begin with. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, what's happening here? I mean, the grind continues. I mean, that's just and the noticeable part about this is the quality of the tape. Slow and grindy, lower highs. Rallies are not substantial. You're not getting a lot of 100 anti-wrinkle reversals against the 200. That tells me that there's a persistence to all of this. So I mean, we took an advantage of a very specific pocket here to the long side, and then you got the behavior, the short behavior continuing. I mean, that's okay. Like, do I get short here? I mean, like, I just can't. I mean, it could go down another 100, 200 points from here. Just one of those things. I mean, we're down like 20 plus points. I mean, 20 plus candles, maybe 22 candles now. I mean, I don't know. Here you go. Let's go. 21. This is a 22nd candle. Maybe today is going to be a 24th candle. So that's another 75 points lower from here. I know, Adam. It's one of those things that they're grinding people lower. Yeah, I mean, I had to be very specific with my long and just saw that one, took it and ran. But I can't go short right here. Because I'm thinking in terms of a swing trade, right? Would I establish a swing trade short right here? The answer is no. Because on a risk perspective, risk reward, you just don't have it. You don't have the risk reward. Again, that doesn't mean we're not going to go down further. It's just how my head works. You know, I like to, if I'm going to start short, I'm going to start short like this. I want to be, market ran up 2, 3 candles, then it gives me a 1 candle reversal on the 200. Then I can establish two things. I can establish a scalp short, and I can establish a swing trade short. So I have two options to manage this trade. Right here on that close, the short is 499, 500. That's the 1 candle reversal from a 3 candle up move. Okay, so I have those two options again. Now the market runs 22 candles in a row, and I'm finding myself trying to swing trade short at below 13,000. Hell no. I don't care what they do here. Just from the idea of a trade, it just doesn't make any sense. So does that mean I go long? No, because the market is not long yet. I mean, like it's not there. I mean, there's pockets here and there, and they're very far. They're hard to find. If we break 71, for example, that would be Captain Setup long on the 50 NT Renko. I mean, I'll take it. It's going to be more of a scalping thing than anything else. 71. Maybe it's true, Adam. Maybe it's true. Maybe true. The days like that are hard for me, but like mentally. But we'll see. We'll see what they want to do. Quite possible. Come on. All right. Let's see what we can do here. What is this? 66. Let me see here. 59. 59. Okay. Really? Hmm. Just gonna leave this order right there and see what happened. Okay. You put another switch trade up here. I'm gonna add to it. Targets are retesting of 13,000. All right, I'm out of that one. I mean, it's not doing what this thing is doing, at least not yet. And it's just either it's gonna go quick here or it's not. So it's very similar behavior to that initial. Plus, you have a captain set up on the 50. I mean, I expected a little bit more robust movement into the 80s and 90s by now, and we got a slow, grindy price action. So I took what is a 5 points on one and flatted the rest. Just keeping it tight here. So that's what that trade looks like right there. We made basically 135 bucks or so. So we're up 500 and moving on to the next decision. I mean, I still like that captain setup, be honest with you. Captain setup on the 50. But I'm not liking the tone of this market. I mean, obviously, it's a short market, right? All right. So this is kind of almost like a line in the sand for the longs. See this captain setup? I mean, that has to hold. That low level has to hold. And they can come and retest this area as long as they don't break that low. The longs have a chance to above 13,000 if this structure tests and retests and holds. Okay. So now the key is a price above 75. If we get a price above 75, then that would be captain setup, switch trade long, and I will participate in that one. If we break the 50, the 50, then yeah, all bets are off. Radic, most are closed um, that same day. So, but there's situations in which I hold on to things over multiple days, or if I trade an option, or if I trade the cryptocurrency, um, I leave that for multiple days. And that's the whole purpose behind what we're talking about, is just you're constantly looking for a swing trade, and if it doesn't kind of or if it falters, and you take the scalp version of it. The whole purpose is to hold on to these things for as long as you can. Sometimes it's intraday, sometimes it's multi-day. Like whenever you see a captain set up long on um, the 200 NT Rinko, that is, let me see if I can put on some more data for you. It's 20 days. Here we go. So that's the example I'm trying to show you. You see a captain set up long, and those are ones in which I always look to hold on to for an extended period of time. That could be multiple days as well. And that rotation started here at 63, and it got all the way to 13.7. So definitely trades like that are to be held for a lot longer. I mean, looking at this, I mean, literally just they uh, rolled over that rotation. And where did it happen? Like, where did it happen? Where did this mess on the short side start? It's right here. A one candle reversal and the break of the upward channel started here. Then the market came and gave us a harmony wave short, and got tested at the entry at 572, and gave us a confirmation at 533, and has been nothing but selling since then. And that started on August the 17th. So going back to that 50 NT Rinko captain setup, there's no love out there for that. There's no love. Yeah, they're coming in there and they're retesting it. They're challenging that narrative right there. And that could be another flush. But see, that's why we have to be very, very quick with it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So now I like the way that's moving. Go back to 70. Go back to 70. Then we may be talking business here in a second. All right. I mean, let's see if I can get a pullback here of any kind. Well, I'll take 63 if they can give it to me. If they're kind enough to give it to me. 63 and 53, that's a 10-point stop. Okay. Let's see. Come on. I mean, I don't want to see a break above 80 before I get filled. $63. That's 63. Then it has to. If it gets to 63, then you have to actually take it at 60. So let's see. Let's see, because that's a 1 and a 2, 2.5. It's either gonna happen or it's not. Yeah. Let's see. They may just run it here and not look back. But I need a good entry. I can't just jump in there. I mean, the 70 is, that's a good spot too, but it's susceptible to a 20-point stop. I mean, I could do one, then add to it at 60, and then kind of operate that way. Yeah, this is gonna retest 13,000. Yep. That's just a function of trying to get in. So 70 to 75. I mean, it's like grinding 5 points. Yeah, I definitely need. Well, here you go. That's the 80. Now the question is, can I get maybe 65? Because 65 will have a 20-point stop, and I can add to it at. Going to break even and looking for that run up. I'll take it at target number one. I think it's going to go a little bit higher than that, be honest with you. But I'll take that. I'll take that. So that zone between the harmony wave and the entry point are a very lucrative area for low risk entries. And that's what got me into that trade. So then you got the captain setup long on the 50 NT Rinko and the retest of it and the pullback into it, into this zone. That's just a good area. And I mean, I gave it one more entry at 55 with a stop below 45, and that would have been it for me on that trade. But obviously, it worked out, and I'll take that money and move on to the next decision. So that trade or that one contract right there made us about $280 for 784, and moving on to the next decision. All right, guys. If also this is time of the day where we have a shameless plug. And if this has helped you in any way, the stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Trade Arcade, don't forget to subscribe, um, share, comment, and that helps the channel a lot. Get some exposure. And also, we offer a 5-day trial in our premium trading room, and that also includes the Harmony trading software that you see in front of you. So don't shy away, say hi, send us an email, and we appreciate your support. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, they get to the 85. Okay, big deal. And they're putting a captain setup short right here on the 20 NT Rinka. So I mean, by no means are they are so excited about going long here. I mean, it's just literally very lethargic price structure. But we're just recognizing what we're recognizing. I mean, we're seeing a pocket, and we're just taking advantage of that pocket. That's all. And we're trying to keep our risk to a minimum against the onslaught of short sellers. What the hell is wrong with me, man? I mean, okay, so can the sellers selling accelerate if there's lack of buyers at each level? So what has been the tone of the market? It's not fast market. It's a uh, slow grind lower. Can they accelerate? I mean, that's the flush we're looking for in a way, but it's not the personality so far. I mean, we're down, I would say 600 points from that top of that wave, and we did not see it really speed up into it. It just slowly grinded into it. That's just kind of the personality. So if it's going to speed into it, it would have done it already, I feel. It's just not in that personality today or in the past couple of days. They can surprise us though. So the structure that got us to start even looking at the fading behavior is this captain set up long on the 50 NT Rinko. And they just rally it up one candle, came and retested it. And now you got the second wave of interest, and that can take us to 13,000. I mean, that's a firm behavior right here where they're basing. The market is basing here. So within this basing range, I mean, they'll sell it off, but not quite, break the low, then rally it up and not quite hit the most recent high, and they're just going to oscillate in there. But there's a potential of getting to 13,000 and retesting that. Now, ultimately, for anybody that's going long in this structure, you're really kind of fading against a huge move, and that stop at 40 uh, is important. So we're looking at it from that perspective. Oh, look at that! Holy crap! Captain set up switch trade short on the 20 NT Renko. Okay, well that tells me something right there. So that's a 71 to 64, 65, 6 points so far. Now here's the line in the sand for both the longs and the shorts. The longs against that captain setup on the 50 NT Rinko have that 45 as the stop. The shorts, they established a captain setup switch trade right here. So that means 85 is where you're gonna roll those people over. So if I see 85 happen, then I'm gonna start looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity against that structure that they broke. And if they break the 45, then I know that that captain setup is not holding up, and then uh, I'm not gonna go short at the bottom of that range. Be honest with you, I may just leave it alone and just kind of watch the price action. But those are the trigger points that I'm looking at right now. Either break 85 and the longs will start stepping in, or break the 45 and I'll watch, because I am not going to short a low, and I'm not going to short personally. I mean, if you feel like you should or you need to, then go ahead. But I mean, look at this. We are breaking that captain setup that started that whole wave, and we already broke it. And the odds are they're gonna flush every short out of town and break it to 28. That's what they're gonna do. Here you go. That's what they're gonna do. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. Come on, baby. Yeah. So you're seeing how they're just moving the price. So they're going to test the 13,000 and then start reversing. And that reverse is going to take us to 1326. Yes, Sheila. Plus, they did not put a captain setup. They just violated the whole thing. Anyway, so that's not. So you absolutely, definitely. I mean, you really have to have the formation happen before you consider it a signal. I mean, that's a captain setup short with a switch trade, and that's a captain setup with a switch trade long for a run up. So yeah, definitely wait for that signal to actually produce, then jump in. Right now, I mean, here you go. I mean, they tested it to the tick, pretty much 13,000. Yeah, they're trying. They are really trying. They're trying to hold these prices. That's what they're trying to do right here. I mean, they put that structure that we talked about that got us excited or interested in going long, and we picked off two trades off of it. Here we go. So we made three decisions, one for two contracts, the second one for two contracts, and the third one for one. And we're up 784.60 after commission. All of them, believe it or not, are long positions. So we found a pocket, and we just took advantage of the pocket as we saw it. When do we see beast mode trading? Soon, buddy. Yeah, we're Mickey Mousing this thing right now. We're taking it easy in this market. Yeah, toward the end of the month, I hope I'll start, ramping up the size, and I'll take some of the risk capital that I built up in this month and start spending that risk capital and look for uh, big moves. Let's show you guys what's going on here. Analysis. 7. Yeah, here we go. Summary. What's the summary here? Okay. Commissions, gross loss. Okay, so that's it right here. Oh, look at that. They're putting the captain set up long. All right, so since the beginning of the month, we're up 14, 164. And the analysis of it is as follow. So thus from the first of the month onward, we had a couple of small stops along the way. And that's the equity curve for the month. And summary. So basically what I'm going to start doing as we approach the end of the month is start taking a chunk. Like I'll take $4,000 and start putting 5 and 10 contracts and risk that money and look for bigger moves where we can make, 4 or 5 grand a day, 4 or 5 grand a day, till we start, pumping this thing up to hopefully double that amount. But, the purpose is to build up your month and then take risk capital out of the month that you made, not from your own risk capital, but from the market capital that they gave you, and start using it to push your equity higher and higher and higher. So that is what we're going to be doing. And it's 11:03, so that kind of concludes my morning session. Good work, everybody. How did everybody do so far? Let's just take a tally up here. Adam, how we doing? Makbul, how we doing? Gary, Sheila, Saif, Omer, Radic, how did Oscar, Brian, Alpha Horn, what we got gonna Frida. Okay, I just keep it small. Keep it small. Just under flat. Okay, some. Okay, that's good. That's good. Good job, Radic. Good job. Break even, Omer. So it seems like a lot of you guys have not, jumped in. It's kind of hard to jump in the market that looks like this. So I get it. Yeah, me under the micro. Okay. Good deal, Alpha Horn. All right, guys, that's it for me. Good day. And remember, precision is a decision. And we will see you on the next one. Have a good one.